Greetings tankers, and welcome to our new series in which we will put new and upcoming, as well as some of the older fan favorite tanks, under a magnifying glass and see what makes them tick. And in this very first episode we will have a look at the Chieftain Prototype, the Tier 9 British premium heavy tank. A versatile tank capable of fulfilling many roles on the battlefield, similar to its non-premium counterpart, the Conqueror. Stat-wise, the Chieftain Prototype has 1800 hit points, which is on the low side for a Tier 9 heavy tank. The hull armor is pretty weak, with the upper plate being only between 170 and 180 mm of effective armor, with the lower plate being below 120 mm effective. The turret is a different story though. It is thickly armored and well sloped, making it impervious to almost any standard shells and much of the premium rounds. Watch out for the cupola, however. While it is nominally smaller than the Conqueror's, it has less auto bounce angles and is much harder to hide even while using the gun depression. The 120mm gun on the Chieftain Prototype offers good penetration values, 262 with standard shells and 310 with the premium APCR shells. Add to that a signature British Hesh shell as a third option with 120mm of penetration. The DPM, unfortunately, is not amazing, with a reload being 11.5 seconds base reload, down to just below 9 seconds when fully maxed out. The dispersion and aim time leave much to be desired, being noticeably worse than on the Conqueror, with accuracy, aim time and dispersion on the move proving to be the main drawbacks. On the mobility side of things, while the power-to-weight ratio is worse than on the Conqueror, the 40km top speed allows it to be quicker than its compatriot. Some final notes. The 10 degrees of gun depression is not only convenient, but also vital to maximizing the potential of this tank. And finally, as a premium tank, the Chieftain Prototype is guaranteed to earn you a steady amount of credits each game. Well, provided you get to hide that cupola of yours. Talking about equipment, we would strongly suggest using a gun rammer and a vertical stabilizer, while the third option would be down to personal preference. I personally prefer the ventilation, while improved hardening, turbo or even improved aiming are valid options. As for field mods, our preferred choice will appear on the screen right now. In a battle, try to keep your engagements at close to medium range, hull down by either using cover or the full 10 degrees of gun depression. Or in this case, using the remains of this window to very effectively prevent the enemies from getting a clear shot on the cupola. Another useful tip is to support your breakthrough tanks instead of playing the frontline role. In this scenario, the IS-4 is far more capable of tanking shots, while the Chieftain can easily punish the enemy tank on reload. Avoid engagements with insufficient cover and in which you allow the enemies clean shots into your cupola, much like this one. Overall, the Chieftain Prototype is definitely a strong tank, but only when picking your engagements correctly and knowing the limitations of your vehicle. Its weak hull armor and fairly unreliable gun do mean it's not the most newbie-friendly tank out there, but the strong turret allows it to dominate hull-down engagements even against higher-tier enemies. Plus, the addition of boosted credit income do make it a solid choice on Tier 9 in my book. And there we have it, the Chieftain Proto scrutinized through and through. What do you think about this tank and our recommendations? Agree? Disagree? Let us know in the comments. Also, let us know what you thought about this type of video. Your feedback is much appreciated. And to end it all off, I'm Adam Snowgrove, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!